Sometimes I think a woman isn't taken as seriously as a man, but I think that's the old school. And I think in today's world, you don't see that. In fact, people are looked at for their merits, how they do things, your work ethic.
I think it affects local music as well as music in general, just because of the way male and female musicians are perceived. I think it's always different, and until a huge change culturally happens, I don't think it's going to change just how a woman dresses versus a man, versus how they sing, how they talk, how they act. I think it's so much different how they're viewed, and I don't think it's good. And I think it makes it really hard to be a female in the industry, honestly, because of how you are perceived, no matter what you try to do.
I think local popularity plays a lot into it. Sometimes politics, in a way, just between musicians, play into it. But for the most part, I think it's a pretty supportive scene. Obviously it can come into play, but I like to think that we're all in the same boat.
And it's always been a struggle, I think, for women to break in and do well in the industry. Obviously, there's always been women in music, but I do think there's a double standard. I think it's difficult.
It's such a lose-lose, because if you have confidence and you want to dress a certain way, then you're punished for it. But if you don't, then you're punished for that, and it's very hard to navigate.
Unfortunately, with technology the way it is today, with what is conceived as popular, they want pretty people on the TV. It doesn't matter how talented you are. I think that works for men and for women, but I think it definitely plays against women more than it does for men.
There is an oversimplification of females in the industry, and I often wonder whatever happened to women's lib when you watch some of the videos, especially if you get into the hip-hop world and you get into R&B. It's just, to me, as a dad, it's disheartening.
What I hate most seeing is a really talented female, and then guys just like, oh, she's hot. It's like, she's not just hot, she's a killer musician, you know? So I think it gets reduced a lot of times, and it shouldn't.
If you talk to Miranda Lambert, which I have, if you talk to Carrie Underwood, which I have, they'll tell you the same thing. They've done well, they've made it, but for every female, there's 15 males that have done. And that's not a good That's not a good equation.
I'd like to think we're all kind of moving beyond that, but at the same time, I'm sure there are. Having a female lead in my band, I guess we kind of see it from a different perspective, maybe a little bit, because maybe we tackle those problems together.
I'd like to see more females in country music. The term broke country, to me, is kind of disgusting. It's a reality, and there's a lot of Blake and Luke, which is great, but there's a lot of other great females out there, and I'd like to hear more of it.
Locally, it's just like, just go out there and do it. And when guys say like, oh, the diva, it's like, no, not a diva, not Jess and this. It's like, no, we're all bands. We're all here together, and we're equal in this. And I mean, that has to start with the band too. It's hard sometimes to keep that even keel with everyone. We're all the same in this. We all come through.
I think everyone just needs to hold each other up, help each other out in any way they can, and just be supportive all the time, and support the local scene, the local music, whether it's your kind of music or not. They're still out there playing every day, and we need to support them.
My name is Jess Novak, and I'm a music journalist for a bunch of different magazines, as well as a musician, and I play guitar, violin, and sing, and write songs as well.
My name is Brian Golden. I'm a guitar player here in Syracuse, New York. I play with the Golden Novak Band, and being interviewed.
My name is Tom Owens, and I do the morning show on B104.7 with Becky Palmer, Tom and Becky in the morning in Syracuse, New York.
Hi, everybody. My name is Kathy Kellish, and I'm the overseer of Kellish Hill Farm.
He said I will make sure you'll take Jack mind up. Oh, yeah. There's a name in the chest. You know I'm a piece of baby. He said that's okay. Oh, just leave him. Whatever we get, take the love off the family. Take the love off the free. You put the love right on me.